Alright, welcome to Final Fantasy Tactics A2, Grimoire of the Rift. I'm gonna start a new game. After years? Oh, do we want to play normal or hard? Hard is very hard. Let's do it. Let's try it. Yes, the battles are more difficult. After many years, after we played Tactics Advance, this is technically the sequel. It doesn't, in story-wise, have much to do with the first one. But you'll see, it is about the same world and some of the same characters come back. Summer homework, keep a journal, that's not too bad. Better write my name on my notebook before I forget. So Luso is the default name. Let's go with Nimrod because that is my username. M-R-O-D. Done. Proceed. Don't get me wrong, I'm not crazy about homework, just it could be worse. And I can already guess what my first entry is going to be. Day 1, Aunt chewed me out, grounded for a week. Maybe this journal thing's not such a great idea after all. Oh, we got another assignment due today, my summer vacation. We're supposed to write our goals for the summer, well here goes. I think it's like a little personality test. This summer I'm gonna hang out with my friends, play video games non-stop, or study for next year. It's this one, realistically, for me. Personal goal, I want to be able to swim half a mile, get my warrior to level 75, or learn a foreign language. Well, that is also something I do, so. Next year I promise not to misbehave in class, oversleep in the morning, or let my dog eat my homework. I mean, I was bad with all of these, but maybe I can find a cat. I didn't always do my homework, that's for sure. Summer vacation, here I come. Not that I have any idea what I'm doing this summer, but I guess not having any expectations isn't all bad. Whatever ends up happening, it'll be a surprise. Bring. There's the bell. Have a good summer. Class dismissed. I'll explain more things after this intro stuff is over. About what we're doing with this series. Honestly, I'm just going to try to play through the whole game just like I did with the last one. Not you, Nimrod. Clemens. Clemens is your last name. Sorry, but your vacation doesn't start quite yet. Your friends are going home, but you're going straight to the library, young man. Oh, come on, Mr. Blair, why? Think about it. Done, I got nothing. Let's take a trip down memory lane to this morning, when you were late to my class for the how many times is it now? That would be, I don't know. Enough times that you've forgotten, apparently. Nimrod, you're not a bad student by any means, thanks. But occasionally you require a little correction, shall we say. Which is why I've decided to put you in charge of cleaning up the library. Maybe a little straightening up there will help straighten you out too. Look, I see what you're trying to do here, but the last day of school, you gotta be kidding. I mean, it's summer vacation. Vacations are to be earned, and you've got a lot of learning to do, my boy. Earning. Mr. Randall's down in the library. Don't keep him waiting. And don't even think about loafing off or sneaking out. Not unless you want me to pay a visit to your house. Yes, Mr. Blair. Well, see ya. Oh, and I hope you have a really, really great summer vacation. And then over at the library, you might recognize from the teddy bear Okay, we walk up to it, of course. Check out that book. It looks older than Mr. Blair. Wonder what it's about. The pictures are pretty cool. Swords, wizards. Huh? That's funny. The book just stops halfway through. The pages are all blank. Let's see what the last page with writing on it says. One is fated to fill these barren pages. Know you his name? Know you his name? What's with all the backwards words? Well, I never pass up a chance to write in a library book. Like, see, that's bad normally, but... I'll tell you his name. His name is Nimrod Clements. Shouldn't have done that. Oi, oi, what have we here? A mortal enemy. Honestly, though. Why is it always the vicious ones that pay the worst? 250 gil is barely enough to pay for our time sweeping up the feathers when we're done. 250 gil is not a lot of money. But this creature... What, you hungry? Sorry, but I've got higher aspirations than becoming chicken feed. Hop to it, then. And we landed. Mr. Randall? Mr. Randall is... I'll tell you right now because I don't think it gets confirmed until at the end of the game. And Mr. Randall is mute from the first game. Not Mr. Randall. You there. Ah, who are you? You're not even human. Calm yourself, stranger. We'll protect you if you'll let us. Join our clan now if you care to live. I hardly need spell out the alternative. Join your what? Our clan. You may be injured, but if you are in our clan, you will not die. Why should I trust you? Yikes. Because I can guarantee you will get no such offer from him. Okay, what do I do? Swear your oath to the judge. Say you'll join the clan. Summon a judge. That's a judge? Quickly, before the beast has time to act. Hey, judge? I swear the oath. Let me in the clan. Good enough. Now we are, I think, soldier class. Whoa, check it out. It's a mini, guys. He's brought along the little ones to feed. Stand back, stranger. We'll handle this lot. Ready yourselves. You're going to fight them? Once you stand back, as I've told you, yes. Hey, let me take a swing at them. I swore my oath. That means I can't die, right? Harumph, spoken like a true greenhorn. No, you will not die, but you get a beak in your eye and you might wish you had. Well, I didn't mean I'd go in first or anything, and I'm no fan of getting beaked, but I won't just stand here while you do all the hard work. Come on, let me fight. I didn't intend to make you fight when I invited you to join us. However, you promise to do exactly as I say? Promise. Then you may fight. I am Sid, and you are? So this is the Sid from our obligatory Sid for every Final Fantasy game. Nimrod. Very well, Nimrod. We begin. Clesta. Mortal enemy. As you can see, the layout, I've got the bottom screen of the DS really big, and then I've got a smaller top screen because it does occasionally display information that's useful, but it's much less important than, you know, the main screen, obviously. The rules are a little bit different than the last time. If you are to fight with us, it is best that I first explain to you your role. And combat speed is essential. The swift move first, the sluggish never. You will find, while my words may come slow, my feet move quick. Know this, in battle we fight not only our foes, but the terrain as well. Master it and move well, or your sword will eat only air. Try using the move command. Consider you're facing, so you don't get attacked from behind. When it comes time to move, move swiftly, but do not rush to strike. Sometimes holding your ground is the prudent course, and your next action will come all the sooner. There's another thing you should know. Those of different blood and different calling move differently as well. Some are swift and some not so. Very simply, different races, different classes have more or less speed. Unlike the last game, where you're attacking an enemy from the flank or behind would improve your odds of hitting them, in this game your odds of hitting them are almost always really high, but it changes the amount of damage you do. Allow me to explain actions. There are many actions one might take on the field of battle, whether it be the simple thrust of a blade or an ability learned through one's job. As a black mage, I use black magic. I will show you one such magic called fire. Very simple. We won't be able to hit this little ones, but we can move him. We can move Eggle here. Cast fire. And it's an AoE, so even though we can't directly hit Clesta, we can hit that one and it will work. Because it's the DS and not the Game Boy Advance, all the effects are a bit fancier. Would that I could use magic whenever it pleased me. Alas, all things have a cost. Magic is no exception. Thankfully, the energy spent in casting are renewed over time. I think that's also one of the differences in this game, is the way MP regenerates. Oh, and Nimra, just so you know, I'm the one who decides what I do. Think of me as a guest in your midst. I might not take orders, but we're on the same side. Try not to forget that in the heat of battle. Yeah, he's like a... There's multiple guest characters sometimes, but you don't get to control his moves, but he's on your team, and you gotta keep him alive. And he does body slam, which also hurts himself, which is super smart. Use B to close the battle menu and enter selection mode. So I can do this, and I can see that he's a warrior. I can do unit info, view his equipment. On the other screen I've got the equipment, and his abilities, his stats. Callista here. You can see it's a Crushatrice. You've got the little Cockatrice. It pecks at its foes. Let's look at MP. MP starts, instead of your bar being full and you use some up, you start with a certain low amount, or 0 essentially, and every turn you get some, you regenerate some. Meaning that, depending on the rate, I think it might be 10 per turn. We'll see in a moment. But that means you can do certain spells once every turn or once every other turn. Depends on how much MP they cost. I actually want to see... Okay, if I hold B on him, I can see their movement range. So if I move to this spot right here, I can stand there and I can wait. Do I want to be here? I probably don't. I only have cure. I don't need to cure anyone, so I'll wait. For magic users, the next turn to come faster is useful because that then makes it so that obviously they regenerate more. $25 damage. I need to move. Black magic. We'll do fire again. Again, you have laws like in the first game, and it's on the second screen at the top. It says ranged weapons are forbidden. We don't have anyone that uses ranged weapons, so it's not something to worry about. But again, it works a little bit differently than the first game. I want to wait again for her. We're gonna need her next turn, for sure. You look at that. Almost a one-hit KO on Eggle. And nobody has counter-attack or anything like that at this point. Well, I can heal Eggle, but it might not... he might still get KO'd immediately on the next turn. Yeah, look at that. Nothing I can do about it. Forgive me, I must withdraw. I would only hinder you if I remained. Yeah, what's the smart thing to do? Like, just going after Clesta or trying to get these little guys as well? You do get loot from defeating enemies. Does Sid need a cure? No, not really. So I'll wait and then try to get closer to Nimrod. If Clesta decides to attack him, then it's game over immediately. Oh yeah, and that's what happens. Okay. No fun sitting things out, but I don't think I've got any fight left in me. Oh, it's not game over yet. It probably is anyway, but I get to finish the battle no matter what. Oh, it just leaves. Get a tiny bit of XP from that. And a longbow for playing by the rules. A job well done. Clan back to town. Sid, you think you could, Don't worry. I didn't invite you to join our clan just to abandon you in the wild. You mean you'll take me with you? Thanks. I got so caught up in the fight I kind of forgot. But now that I think of it, I don't have any idea where I am. And I have questions to ask of you. Beginning with how you managed to appear from the empty skies. I kinda skipped lunch today. Haha. Very well. First order of business is to go home and eat. Then we talk. I'm a little nervous about continuing on in hard mode, but we'll see. Okay, this is also lots of information on the screen all at once, but at the top right, top screen, you can see just some clan information. It doesn't have a name yet, but it says 6 clan members, no areas controlled, no quests accepted, 1 quest accomplished. That's the one we have right now, the one we just did. Clan talents, they help with our side missions. So negotiation, aptitude, teamwork, adaptability. Then it says CP, which is such an overused abbreviation for things in games, but here it stands for clan points. And then Gil, which is just, you know, money. And then on the bottom screen, the big screen, Stranger in the Woods was the name of the quest. We get a reward on the left. Gil, Gicket Lead, and Farron Pollen. Those are crafting ingredients. 80 ability points, that is for towards learning our abilities. And clan points 2, negotiation up, and adaptability up. Using the area map, you may travel from one location to the next. A blue balloon over a location indicates your next destination. First try going to Wood Village, marked with a balloon on your map. Woohoo! So, well, if I have to switch back to normal mode, I'll do that. But otherwise I'll try to beat it on hard. Maybe we can do as much extra fights as we can just to get higher level. I think these are all our clanmates that you see right here. So you wrote your name in the old book, there was a flash of light, and you dropped in on our fight. Hey, I was more surprised than you were, finding myself in the middle of the woods. With that chicken thing and you, Sid, I mean, you're not human, or a hume, was it? Here I thought I was off to clean a library. Ah, but you adapted quick, or perhaps it's just that you like a healthy sense of danger. I've never seen someone eat so well after a battle. Hey, what can I say? When you gotta eat, you gotta eat. Apparently so, but I've changed the subject. You came here to our world of Ivalice from somewhere not of Ivalice. Through that book of yours. Yeah, that's about the size of it. So how do I get back? My aunt worries if I'm half an hour late home from school. I have to find a way back. I took you in, I'll help you find a way back. Back to your world. You will? I will, lad. I expected as much when we took you into the clan. Well, thanks, Sid. I guess I'll do what I can to help the clan out until we find a way back. You gotta admit, I pulled my weight back there in the woods, huh? If I'm stuck here for a while, I might as well enjoy it. I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of this Ivalice place. As I said, utterly heedless of danger. Heh, I try. So all the people here are in the clan? Hey, I'm Nimrod. Thanks for letting me join your... Sid, does this clan have a name? It must. Come on, tell me. Gully is the default. Why don't we just go with that anyway? We're Clan Gully. Not that it's a name many know. Right, well, I'm Nimrod Clements, a proud member of Clan Gully. Thanks for taking me. I hope I don't slow you down too much. And they all think it's great. So do clans do much else other than fight monsters? You'll find that most work falls along those lines, but there are other things. Available jobs, which we call quests, are posted at the local pub. There will be time enough to show you this later. You mean we're done for today? That's right, there's your welcoming party to attend to after all. Huh? Barman, refreshments for all. And there we go. You can go to any town and normally shop. You can go to your main menu and go to unit info, or then you can look at your roster and their equipment or lack thereof. For example, I can't change into many other jobs yet, but being a soldier is the default. If I want to be a thief, I have to learn a soldier ability, so that's something I'll go for. Clan info, you can see all the information about the clan, which isn't much. Clan privileges are perks you can pick. We'll get to that soon. You can pick a bonus and you'll have a bonus power as long as you stick by the rules. And lawless ranged weapons is the only one we know of right now. Loot, metals and flora. You can examine them all, and they all have an item description. And quest report is just a list of what we've completed. Quest list is a list of quests we have accepted. Which ideally you don't have a giant list. At the pub. So you really do find work in pubs. I always pictured a pub as some place to kick back and grab a snack. What better place? People gather to share a meal, and where there are people, there's talk. Clans pay good money for the sort of talk that leads to work, the quests I mentioned before. So if we need to make money or find something to do, the pub is the place to go. Exactly. Looking for work? That's right, we have a new member in need of training. Talk to the barman, Nimrod. Find us a good quest. The best way to earn is to do, lad. Okay, leave it to me. Sir Sid's new recruit. Well, if you're looking for a quest, the first thing you'll want to do is ask to see the quest roster. The roster lists all the quests on record at the pub. Once you've found a quest that catches your eye, simply pay the finder's fee and you're done. It's not enough to read the quest and go running off. If you haven't paid the fee, you'll be on a fool's errand. Some quests you can take as long as you please to finish, others will have a set number of days to do it in. It's all there on the roster, so pay close attention and you'll avoid any unpleasant surprises. That's all there is to it. Ready to have a go? Yes. Well, we can see rumors, but... But exchanging loot. New to the hunt. Hunter. Get experience from battling is basically what it says. And it'll unlock new ones, but you get to be able to look at those later. And there you'll have a quest. What's in the woods? Wolves, that's what. And my chocobos are so put out, they're molting early. Somebody rid us of these horrible howlers. Paw full of feathers. So that's something we can do. We can see, doesn't require anything. If it's a battle, you can get these rewards from it. And it's in the Targ wood. So we can say yes, accept. They want us to chase off some wolves. Let's see, that ranch isn't far from the village. No hurry though, there's no deadline written on the bill. Sounds like they're in the tight spot. I don't want to keep them waiting. I'll go get the others. See that you're ready before you go running off. That boy needs to get his priorities straight. At this rate, he's like to stay here forever. Now we could go shop. And there it unlocked the place for the quest. Shop would be very great. They only have a small selection in the beginning. As you can see, this is a very terrible small selection. It's something. I can't help but notice you have some loot on you. If you'd like, you can put your loot up on the bazaar and see what I can get for it in return. Loot? Bazaar? Huh? Loot can be almost anything, from a rat pelt to a precious gem. Hunters and clans usually come into a fair bit of loot while questing. So that's what all that stuff we've been finding is. Meaning this lump of metal here is a piece of loot? That's a piece of loot if there ever was one. Since you seem a bit confused about this, maybe a more detailed explanation would help. Yeah, the better the loot, the better the item they'll give in return. I'll give it a try. So we can go there and see, for example, here, apprentice weapons is marked. That means we can unlock something. Requires the Gicket lead, and it requires the pollen. And it unlocks a broadsword. And that's great, because now that's in stock. Yes. Okay. And in this case, the broadsword is a weapon that not only... Like, we have a short sword, I believe. Not only does it do more damage, it actually teaches us an ability. And we need the ability... We want abilities whether we stay a soldier or not, or whether we want to change class. So now I can equip him with that. Attack will go up. And he'll start learning first aid. And then once we've done 1 or 2 battles, probably 2, he'll have mastered that, and we can then move on to the next weapon, just like the first game. And I'll do this battle next time. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.